Hi, we're going to talk a little bit about Google Keep. Okay, a friend of mine was telling me about Google Keep, and I just kind of rolled my eyes to the back of my head and thought, oh, here we go. And I guess the biggest selling point to me was uh, the fact that, like anything Google, it spreads across everything. And I just said, well, what do you mean? And he said, well, you know how things are on your laptop or things are on your iPad or things are on your phone. And I said, well, what do I need Google Keep for? I just didn't understand the point of it. And he said, well, do you ever like take notes? And I said, well, yeah, I used to have sticky notes literally everywhere. And then my son showed me the notes feature on my phone. And I just went, oh, well, that's handy. And I always have my phone, so I always use my notes. But if for some reason, like for instance, when I'm doing something at school, I don't pull my phone out and look at it to see lists or whatever. But for instance, if I had been taking those notes on Google Keep, I could still access them. So I went, oh, okay. Ding, 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 the light went on. So to look at Google Keep, let's check it out. Like anything Google, you simply type the word keep, and then we type .google.com, and that will take us there. Gotta love a slow computer, right? So here we are at Google Keep. Okay. Yay. I got hailed. So when I was at a meeting, I was taking notes, and that's that little sticky's all about. So what it's going to show here are any Google Keep notes that I have, and I only happen to have one. But when you first start Google Keep, it'll have like possibly three or four that it already has there for you. And so as you finish, as you decide you've read through them and no longer want them, you simply hit the three dots and you'll click on them, and you'll either hit, probably delete note, and it still will give you the option to undo it. So you could click delete note and you could still undo it. Okay. Um, for instance, I don't need this anymore. We're pretty much done with the whole hail damage thing. Praise God. So I'm done with that. But if I wanted to go ahead and check it out, let's see. We've got reminders, we've got labels. You can trash things. I think you can still check things out in the trash. So, for instance, okay, 7 days that you can still look at them. You can change your settings, and I don't really need to change my settings. Let's go back to notes so I can see it blank. Okay. What I love is when you do have Google Notes, you can go ahead or Google Keep, you can go ahead and make it into a list form, and you simply press on the list, and then everything you type will go ahead and be listed. So if I were to hit here, for instance, groceries, and let's say that I am out of almonds and I'm out of milk, and I would prefer to pick up um, eggs. Okay. Notice I like how it gives you suggestions because my brain doesn't seem to be working right now. So if I'm done, I simply, I thought you just clicked on it when you were done. I think you hit done and then you go over here and click on it. Oh, and I'm wrong. I'm I'm not very familiar. I thought that I had that down pat though. You can add an image. I like that you can also, if you wanted to, again, Google, this is like a share button, you can collaborate with other people, and you can go ahead and click on that. Since it gave me the boxes, I don't think it crosses it off. It just lets you check them off. Okay, so it crosses it off as well. Oh, so I was trying to click on it instead of in front of the box. So, okay. And I'm done with this. If you just want to completely get rid of that off your list, you can just exit out. Okay, I'm done with it. And I'm just going to get rid of it. Notice how you could copy this onto, if I was taking extensive notes, like my hail damage notes that I received at a meeting with a lawyer that everybody in town went to, I could simply move that to a Google Doc if it was really extensive. Okay, if I wanted to get fancy, I could go to the palette here, change things to different colors, set it to remind me. That's something that's really cool. You can have it remind you, and well, let's click on it and show you. So you can have it set it, you can set the location. You can also set it when you want it to remind you. Like I usually like 10 minutes before. So it has all different kinds of really neat things, I guess. And again, my selling point was how, like anything Google, that's why I went to Google Docs versus Word. It's on everything, and I like the fact that you don't have to hit save. It's just there in Drive. That's a huge selling point as a teacher with students who often don't hit save or somehow become unplugged on our cruddy old laptops before we get the new fancy ones this year. But if something came unplugged, stuff was just gone when you plugged back in. And it's like, jeepers. Now that we started using Google, magically it reappears because it's all in Drive. So, yay, Google. Thank you.